Hi, I'm Scott Peck. I'm an intern here at the Towson Counseling Center, and today on Wellness Wednesday, and welcome, we are going to be learning how to say no without losing all your friends. Now, most of us instinctively hate saying no. It feels rude, it feels mean, and we're afraid that we're going to lose friends. As a result, we end up doing things that we don't want to do, giving people our time, money, and resources that we didn't want to give them. We become very resentful about that later, and we end up damaging the very friendships that we were trying to protect by not saying no. So today we're going to talk about the broken record technique, which is 3 easy steps that will make it possible for you to say no. It'll feel a little bit weird the first time you do it, but once you get good at it, you're really going to like this, and people are going to hear you when you say no. So using the broken record technique, you show empathy, you refuse to give a reason, and that's the most important part. Refuse to give a reason, and you just keep repeating the same answer until finally they hear your no. So here's some examples. When someone asks you, can I borrow $100? I need to pay my rent, or I'm going to get kicked out. We often will say things like, oh, I'm sorry, I just don't have $100 right now. I don't get paid till next week. The problem with answers like that is that we gave a reason. And the second you give a reason, then the person can come back with a follow-up ask, with a follow-up question until finally we feel so uncomfortable that we stop saying no. So they can say, no problem, I'll wait till next week. I'll come and get it next Tuesday. If we say, I'm sorry, but I just don't have that much money, we give a reason as to why we're not going to do it. They say, no problem. Any amount will help. How much can I borrow? Can I borrow 50? If we say, I've only got $50 and I need groceries, again, they can come back and say, well, could I borrow 10? Eventually, we tend to give in. However, using the broken record technique, you don't have to anymore. So let's look at some of the same examples. Can I borrow $100? I need to pay my rent, or I'm going to get kicked out. Using the broken record technique, you want to show empathy, not give a reason, and keep saying the same thing over and over very gently. So you can say, wow, that must be so stressful. I would feel awful in that position. Unfortunately, I can't help you this time. When the person says, why not? Because they want a reason. You say, I don't want to go into all the reasons right now, but I'm not going to be able to help you out with this time. If they say, well, why? This is a weird answer. What's wrong? You just keep saying, I don't want to go into all the reasons. I just can't help you this time. If they start to pressure you, come on, I'm really going to get kicked out. Again, go back to the 3 steps. So you show empathy. I understand. That's so awful. I'm so sorry. I don't want to go into all the reasons right now, but I just can't help you this time. How about next week? No, I'm so sorry. It's awful what's happening to you. I would feel terrible if that happened to me. I don't want to go into all the reasons, but I'm not going to be able to help you this time. The reason that this works is that when you don't give a reason, you starve the conversation. Most people, after you've done the broken record technique about 3 times, will stop. Usually with your family, it could take 4 or 5, but eventually the person is going to get that when you say no, you mean no. Also, by showing empathy, there's not very much to be angry at you about. You're not saying no, and I don't like you anymore. You're saying, I'm so sorry. That must be horrible. I would feel awful if that was happening to me. But you're standing your ground, and you're setting your boundaries, and you're saying no. And by being consistent, this person and probably other people quickly come to learn that when you say no, you mean no. And when you say no when you meant no, you don't end up feeling resentful later. So that's how you say no. And this was Wellness Wednesday. We'll see you next Wednesday with more life tips and hacks and who knows what here for the Towson Counseling Center.